basic. That is double track. Now, the idea of transitional calendar and the double track was gold and green. It has not come anywhere near any reasonable conversation. You telling me double track was gold and green does not take out the fact that kids were not all sitting in school at the same time, reading at the same time, vacating at the same time, and passing at the same time. You see, it does not take that fact away. The fact of the case is, and then I say, first ana enkwara ni nyina echo school the same date. Na ye nyina tumi ka say enkwara ni nyina amakwan no. That wasn't happening under Ekufuado and Bawumia. So that is what we call double track. So it is not about the transitional, it is not about the colors, it is about the fact to say, Diana Emagana Phobi Ebu to say the kids were not getting enough teacher-student contact. At the end of the day, we could not even follow the academic calendar. At the end of the day, they could not still go through the syllables. At the end of the day, there wasn't enough time for these kids to study. So when you tell me, say, the first batch of free SHS, there was no double track, the fact is simple. There was no double track in the first batch. I'm talking about the first year, because you were not proactive to know that when they go to the second year, the number was going to double. If you were proactive and intelligent, you would have known that the numbers were going to double and that the number of classrooms was supposed to also double. The number of dormitories was supposed to double. Inti when Timimpo Unyan who say, Sankofo we jinako first year, now moko second year, we are going to have a gap. Then you were not intelligent enough to run the free SHS system. Because you were the same people who told us, say, you were going to build 350 senior high schools, all because you were bringing something called free SHS. Why do you think Nana Danko Ekufu and Baumia promised Ghana say they were going to build the 350 senior high schools? It wasn't to bake bread in it. It was supposed to accommodate the number of kids you people were anticipating of enrolling on the senior free senior high school policy. So if you have been able to think about a policy and you have been able to estimate that the numbers were going to go high, why didn't you make provision to accommodate the numbers that were going to balloon? So your explanation shows us a number, Jimmy, you were not proactive. You were not smart. You did not know what you were doing. From the beginning, it was just a campaign promise. You did not have the intellectual know-how. Because if you had the knowledge about what you were talking about, the first thing you would have done was you would have told the first year or the 2 years of your administration, you would have told Ghanaians that you were going to implement the free SHS after 1 year or 2 years because you want to finish all the E-blocks because you were expecting a lot of kids to enroll on this policy. But you come and meet one bus at home. You buy one car, which takes only 2 passengers. A convertible, which takes only 2 passengers. Then you and the woman you live with, you tell the woman that you want to have triplets. Meanwhile, you have a convertible that takes only you and your wife, a Ferrari. There's no 3-seat back there. You give birth to 1 kid. Every time you are driving, move to car na akorani si wo yire na so because car no for 2 people. At that moment, na akorani sa into the be tra oyire na so. Now you the same person who you there. O person wo me ensaka ho. But you have not made provisions to say Sunday obekwa sorry. Obekwa go sing kwara school anopa. You have not made plans to carry your wife, your kids to school and to church. Into 19 na o car na uchi na air convertible or 2 seats no. Where are you going to put your kids? It means you are not being proactive. You are not intelligent. You did not think through the decisions you were making. You are not a man enough. You are not matured enough to even marry and sit with a woman in a house. Where Jimmy? So the grammar you were saying, and anytime I say, sometimes you know, I am a politician, so we dia, I am a pana. I am a 2024. You said, say, we should challenge you. Say double track by 2029 ended. When Educhum took over from you. This is October 2024. Educhum, sorry, 5th November. Let me put this up. This is the person who took over from you. This is 29th October 2024. Canceling double track system will be disastrous. Which double track was Educhum talking about? This is 2024, October. Educhum told us that canceling double track will be disastrous. That was when the NDC were saying that the best thing to do as a nation is to make sure we add the private schools to the senior high schools so that the double track, we will not have overflow. The kids can be spread across the nation. Even though we don't have adequate schools, they will be coming to complete all the free SHS schools that you people left. So they were still going to cancel double track. Your substantive minister then, who is Educhum, told us that canceling it, when somebody says canceling, it means that thing is still in progress. That thing is still in existence. He was acknowledging that in 2024 October, they were still running double track in Ghana. Napo, hey, in November 2024, the same year, what did Educhum say? Educhum Kachere said, this is 5th November 2024. Double track key to free senior high school access. Don't abolish it. He said it in October and he said it in November. Napo edie pa na omode ye o. Napo edie pa na nkofo we de ye o. Edie no mo hono ma hono ye. Edie enti sa position ba ko pe obepe say running mate. What did they die pa na omode ma hono ye? Edie pa na omode sawo, edie dro pa na omode ye wa. From the day I would to me say obe ba o mi running mate onye normal biem. Edie pa o yire pa ntumi nkompaibo. And go find out what exactly happened. Napo, can't your wife decide so become about the fuako to her? Because something isn't right. You are still off. You are still off track. Be being right. And it pities me because you see, you are trying to sound intelligent, but anytime you speak, when people take their time to listen to you, they get to know you are depreciating more and more in wisdom. In 2024, October, November, your substantive education minister was telling Ghanaians that cancelling, meaning if we take that action, meaning that thing we were talking about, which is double track, still existed in October and in November 2024. So the 2020 was saying, even after 4 years, double track was still in existence at the NPP. De bia kasa hunu inkwasi akeka na po edien pa na mo de ye o ba omia de na mo de aye na po Samira no pedro pa edien na mo de aye na po Samira edie na mo de boy mo de na kwhyen edie na Samira no pedro pa edien na mo de aye na po no. Now yanko enim na po esa ka asem foforo efa alawa. Na po say payment of allowances to trainees, that's teachers and nurses, must end at a certain point. Mumi yanko tie na po alawa. Wait, I won't do that. Na po say eye alawa na ye tia nurse for the teacher for no. And then na po betena ka kire say I was say ye twam. Hey. Or say it must end at a certain point, meaning it has to be cancelled. This is Napo. This is the guy who was the running mate of Abozege. Then you ask yourself, sometimes when he's about to speak, does he reflect on the things that happened when the NPP, they were in power? Does he even take his time? Anytime people say, Napo. Baumia Samira Edroben the year no. You hear answers. This is Napo before election 2024. Campaigning and telling Ghana for say eye alawano NDC for ba omubetwem. Eno na Napo any NPP the year campaign. Or ka say omudie they are going to keep alawa forever. Na NDC for mumba omubetwem and the okache say e wo se twa alawa mu.